What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having a great start to your week. It is Monday, and we are here starting off the positional breakdown series. That is right. We will go through each position, get to know everyone on the Eagles. Then we'll have a recap at the end. Then, of course, that is leading us into the training camp battles. I'll then give you my projected 53, all of that great stuff coming your way. But we're going to start it off here tonight with the quarterbacks, and each position we'll go through. We'll look at who is on the roster. You'll have their biographies with them. You'll see their height, weight, where they went to college, all that great stuff you guys want to know. And then, of course, the depth chart. Now, this is my projection as to how it's going to play out. Now, I'm not going to give you all of it to the extent where who's making the team, who's not, but you can kind of guess as to where I'm going with this, and I'll probably give away most of that information as I talk. But let's jump right into this. Not a live video, but love to hear from each and every one of you. And none of these in this series are going to be live, but I will be here. Any kind of news happens live. Fan Friday, so I will continue to see you guys. But with my work schedule so crazy, want to be able to make these, put them out as quick as I possibly can, give you all the information you need. So let's jump right into this bad boy. Again, appreciate all of you taking the time, hitting that like button, sharing this stuff, subscribing to the channel, all that stuff you do to support the channel. I cannot thank you enough, but let's jump right into this. Starting us off with the quarterback position. Let's take a gander what Howie Roseman has been able to do this all season. And man, even at quarterback, making us feel comfortable right off the bat. You talk about Tanner McKee, his inexperience. Would he be, the best option as a backup quarterback? The answer was no. So the Eagles went out and traded for Kenny Pickett. Now, they ended up in this, trade of theirs for Kenny Pickett, giving away a third-round pick and then a couple of seventh-round picks, ended up getting Kenny Pickett and a fourth-rounder in return. But I thought a great move here. And, obviously for me, there's no question as to who Jalen Hurts is. Setting a team record last year, had 4,463 total yards and a team record total of 38 touchdowns. And this dude, first Eagle to have 35 touchdowns in back-to-back years. I don't understand. And you see, it's going to be a comeback season. Look, man, he had his mistakes, but this team was on fire around him. Sometimes you got to start playing a little bit wild. And he's a great dude, not just on the field, but off the field as well. A great person. I'm more than thrilled to have him as our quarterback. I sat here for years trying to get people on board, teach them what quarterback development was, why this kid would be great. Got a lot of slack for it, but I'm sticking to my guns. This dude is the future of the Eagles. Still my guy, QB1. Love him. Now, you talk about this being his fifth year now. I think things, with Kellen Moore are going to work just fine. And you talk about someone like Will Grier brought in, I think for me, the reason you bring someone like him in, and this is a former, I think he was like fourth in the running for Heisman Trophy, but somebody with that kind of talent that was being talked about as a former Heisman Trophy candidate out of West Virginia. This will be his sixth year, 29 years old, and he's got that same build as Jalen Hurts, but he knows Kellen Moore's offense. He knows the system, and this is one of those quarterbacks you feel that could be like a player coach. So whether he makes the roster or he's just on the practice squad as an emergency guy, time will tell us that. But I thought a good addition there. And having Tanner McKee here, we've talked about him, this being his second year. I like this kid a lot. Great story, beating cancer. We love the kid, excited about his future. But, getting a surefire former first-round pick, this is his third year. So just a couple of years ago. And this dude, he set, I think, the Steelers' record for completions and attempts by a rookie quarterback. So I thought he did okay. Obviously, they had some things going on there. Decided to go a different direction. But for the Eagles, you get a former first-round pick, got upside. Maybe he kills it in the preseason. He, builds himself kind of, trade value there where you can get rid of him if you won, or you have a guy for very cheap that is a backup quarterback, and you know how important that position is. I mean, hell, we won a Super Bowl with our backup. So, yes, very important here. But that room we talked about going into the draft, I didn't think you needed to add anyone in free agency. After Grier was added and you traded for Pickett, I thought this room is set. You've got what you need here in youth. You've got guys that you feel comfortable with if something were to happen. So I love the quarterback room. I think it's one of the stronger positions, and I think Jalen Hurts is about to have himself an MVP season. I think he wins that MVP on the road to winning that Super Bowl. So very excited about it. Now, some of these other positions are going to be loaded with a lot more to talk about, a lot more, competition here. But each of them, I will give you my projected depth chart. Kind of already said it there, but I'll show you the starters and then the guys that, you'll see behind them. So this is the depth chart you always see. I just blanked out everything else that's behind it. So you can see Hurts. Then I've got Pickett as the backup, McKee, and then Greer. Now, I kept the key there just so when you see other positions, there are guys that are colored differently for the draft picks, the undrafted free agents. So just keep that in mind. But you added Pickett via trade. You added Greer in free agency. But I thought Pickett, brought in to be that number 2 guy, but he gives McKee a push that he's not just that guy. So we'll see who is actually the backup, but competition is a good thing. Greer knowing the system, not only being able to help Hurts, but Pickett, McKee. And it also, when you have someone like Will Greer, he's going to be playing a lot in the preseason. So you look at what he'll be able to do for some of these receivers, the line, the running backs, even when it opens things up, considering he knows what he's doing. He's not just out there, a rookie, gunslinging it, not knowing the system, keeping things basic. Now you'll have to keep it basic. It's preseason, a lot of new players, a lot of things, changing throughout different plays. But I think this is going to be beneficial. Somebody that can come in here and really help guys show what they've really got in the short amount of time that they have here. So very excited about this entire quarterback room. I think, again, one of the strongest positions the Eagles have, but that's all I've got for you here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you are all having yourselves a fantastic Monday. Would love to hear how you feel about the quarterback room. We'll get into the running backs hopefully tomorrow, unless something happens. Then we'll make a video on that. But we'll get through each of these positions. Then we'll get into the battles, the top battles I have, and all that great stuff leading us into training camp here. But love to hear your thoughts. Appreciate you guys hitting the like button, sharing this information. Cannot thank you enough for all of the support. But again, have yourselves a great rest of your Monday. If you need anything, whether it be about the Eagles, life, whatever you got going on, always here as a friend, as you guys are always here for me. So love each and every one of you. Have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day. But until next time, I'm Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there. And as always, say it with me now, go Birds!